Hey guys, welcome to this customer interview again. Today I have my client here, my friend Nate. So first of all, welcome Nate. Why don't you just
Thanks.
kind of explain a little bit about yourself? What do you do for anyone who don't know who you are?
Yeah, my name is Nate Hamill. I'm an advisor out of Northern Indiana with the Northwestern Mutual System. Currently working out of my bedroom at home because of COVID-19.
Right, for sure. Me too, man. So me and Nate, I think we have been working together for almost like 2 months or 3 months, something
Yeah,
that kind of range right now. So I mean, like before working with me, what were your kind of ways to prospect and to kind of get new business in the door?
yeah. So I'm a big advocate for the six-step prospecting. Northwestern's way of teaching it. I love asking my clients for introductions. I love getting introduced to the people they have. So that's what I've done traditionally is stick to that model quite a bit, and I still do. But that was exclusively it.
Right, for sure. And now, we have been kind of working for 2 months. I guess like from the start, you were, still figuring things out. Now you kind of
Yeah,
figure everything out right now. What were kind of like your experience in working with me, and what are some of the results that people can expect working together?
yeah. Um, I One of the things I love, Dickie, about you is you kept expectations really clear. This was not an overnight cure. It was, hey, this is going to take time. You're going to grow your market, you're going to grow your social media presence, and that's worked. You know, this was a great way to do some small things that I'd already done.
Yeah.
So I expected to pick up a couple extra meetings here and there, and I did. And for me, doing those has been real beneficial because there are approaches I may not have already gotten.
Right. And we just want to kind of point out that, this system is not something that you could replace your fundamentals in your
Yeah,
business. Because let's be honest here, like
100%.
referrals are probably like the best lead source for sure. And for all
Absolutely.
younger advisors who's kind of watching this, look, man, you have to have your fundamentals, like your
Hmm.
sales, your presentation, like how do you treat customers? Like that's like warm leads are, I mean, I got referred to you by Nick, I believe, and like he
Yeah.
kind of mention good things about me and stuff like that. So referrals are always going to be your best lead source, right? So
Hmm.
don't come in thinking, hey, this is going to replace my business, whatever like
Yeah.
that. And I think Nate can kind of explain on that as well.
That's absolutely key. I was keeping on average 15 a week. And for me, recognizing that getting in front of a warm referral, my ratios are great. If I sit in front of somebody that a client referred me to, the chances of them working with me are high. Those chances in the approach calls are not quite as high, but they're still high. So I didn't want to replace what I was doing. I wanted to add to it. So I went from, last month, for example, on average, I keep 60. I kept 90 last month while working from home with 4 kids, one of which is a newborn. I kept 90 meetings and I'm having results from meeting people, but I'm recognizing that it is important to make sure that in your mind, that working this system is not a replacement, but an addition to
Mm.
the prospecting, the six steps, the asking for referrals and introducing and making those calls. Absolutely.
Right. So I mean, what always will work, but this is just like an additional to what you're doing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So thank you for being here. One last question, Nate. For anyone who's kind of on the fence, who's skeptical, who hey, is this Dicky guy real or not? What would you say to them after working with me for like 2 months, 3 months?
Yeah. One of the things that I love about Dicky is the communication is there. If I have questions, we're talking through them. If I have concerns, we're talking through them. If I want to change my market, if I want to go upstream, we're working through those things. It's not what I appreciated most of all is that I have a hand in doing all of this. It's not done for me. I'm taught. And that's huge for me. That's huge because I'm learning how to do this. And Dickie, I think you take a lot of pride in the fact that you teach people. It's not just here, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, and it's interesting because originally we were thinking, hey, let's delegate that to someone else, but
Yeah.
at the end, you're like, okay, I'll just do it myself, which is I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like, oh, that's really
Yeah.
interesting.
I was originally going to have my AFR do it.
Uh,
But what I quickly realized is I can do it myself.
right, because I mean, my ultimate goal is really make a very easy and efficient process for, let's say, advisors who's not that tech savvy to use, to kind of have them to use this really
Yeah.
easily, right?
I love it.
So That's about it. Thanks for being on this call. Thanks for this interview today. And we're actually in COVID-19 and we're actually at home, just kind of doing a screen share and
Yeah,
stuff, talking. That's
yeah.
really fun.